Welcome back to Side by Side Plays. I'm Shikuquaza.
I'm waifu, and apparently also a table.
I'm just taking off my pants. That's all. Alright. So we're about to start the trial. What Pippin butt? Good morning, Gina. Why that was a strange greeting. Why? Something British. I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it. So what is your friend then? Sorry? You know, in the fancy dress. Susato, or however you say it, I don't know. Miss Susato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up. You alright with that, are ya? Forget about me if you like. Go and see her off. It's fine. It's not as though Miss Susato and I won't meet again one day. Even so. But you, Gina, you only get one chance. This trial today is all we have. Good morning, you two. I brought a cat to court. How are you feeling, Jenny? Did you manage to sleep?
Meow.
Horace, what are you doing here? What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Waggy?
Meow.
I love the cat.
Okay, bye. Oh, Waggy! Great way to show your support, kitty. Let him have a nose around. What I'm gonna do? Oh, that reminds me. I bought a paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news? What do you say, Runo, Ginny? Oh, well, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. Always take the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad. That's extremely pessimistic of you. Let's not go there. Alright then, I'll give you the bad news first. A record amount of rain has fallen this morning, and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move. Huh? Bad news. What was a weather report? So I hope that Susie made her train to Dover. And Where is Dover? Is that like near London? Because I could have sworn London was on the coast.
No, London's kind of more inland.
But like Portland, England, like it's still on the coast, right? Because I think Dover is like on the... Oh, maybe they're going north around the continent of Asia.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure Dover is like North England and London's definitely south.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Gosh, yes. Oh, what's the good news? Well, the rain is forecast to subside this afternoon. This is neither good nor bad news. I don't really care. I mean, Susie's situation is completely non-consequential to us right now. Even if the train is delayed, it should be able to make up to time later. Well, that is good news, isn't it? I couldn't give a monkeys, really. If only all good news canceled out the bad. And look, this trial's made the headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pickpurse plunder. See? How do you like that? Well, let them say what they want. See if I care. I can't because you're covering your face. Don't worry, Bruno will show everyone that this headline is nonsense. Flash forward to 5 minutes in when all the jurors are like, guilty, 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 guilty.
Thank goodness Susato taught me this. I demand.
And then in tomorrow's papers, the headlines will be Discharged Divers Dauntless Do-Gooder. Isn't that right, Bruno? Oh, maybe. I don't know. Let's hope so. Of course they will. I'll have absolute faith in you. How was that? I was trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did it? Looks like she was still here. Yay. That probably won't be anything to worry about. It's his picture. You think there's anything on the back page?
Probably.
There's a sensational story low down the front page as well, look. Ministry mole, classified secrets have just been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice. For a 10-year-old, Iris certainly has her finger on the pulse of the world news. It's about secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently they're being intercepted by hostile nations. It's World War I, baby! One? You mean there'll be a sequel? That's the question, is it? I've come up with 3 different possible methods so far. Are you looking for a new career, Reno? No, of course not. I don't want to be a soldier. Perhaps this is what Lord Strongheart was talking about yesterday. Yes, it could be, and it could explain why he has Grexy running from pillar to post at the moment. Alright, here we go.
Look at the picture.
Yeah, I got 2 pictures here. Pawnbroker parachute, yeah, that one. How awful for Junie, I mean. But tomorrow's headline will be discharged diver blah blah blah. Something like that. Possible I'd like to even go bigger. Bigger? How? How pickpocket protects planet post-trial. Perhaps. Protects planet? Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow now. It's going to be so great. How do you not, like, have your own newspaper or something, Iris? Like, you're a doctor, you're a writer, you're a detective. Oh, you hold B, and that's what skips ahead. Okay. Okay, we read that. I don't think we didn't find anything here, did we? Just the title, and then we were like, Susato, how did you know? And she's like, I don't know.
I'll just ask again. Let's see if she's like,
Well, Susato's not here.
No, I know. But will it say Susato will bring her back? There's still a lot of questions. I might as well just keep going. Good luck then, Rena. I'll do what I can. Obviously, I don't know the law like Susie does, but still. I got my gun here. I don't know if Van Zeeks flaps his jaw. I'll be the one to snap it shut. Blow it off.
I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you moral support and encouragement. I'm not sure that big thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest. But thank you, Iris. That's very kind of you. Oh yeah, Iris. Yes, Jenny? Well, I was wondering is all about Sholmes. Did they fix him up alright? No. The operation was a great success. But Hurley still hasn't come round yet. I've asked a friend of mine at Scotland Yard to send a telegram as soon as he wakes up. I'm sure Gregson will let us know the moment there's news.
Only to find out he's been awake this entire time.
Right. No Susato-san and no Mr. Sholmes. It's all down to me today to prove that Gina is innocent of this crime. So it's just like last case, right? Sholmes has not shown up in a court segment a single time yet. In fact, I think...
The only thing we're missing is Susato.
That's funny, actually, because he's only shown up in investigation segments. So he's only been in cases that feature... I don't know where I was going with this. 2, 4, and 5. This time, then? Yeah, let's go, Gina, Iris. Either way, Bruno. We turn around and Gina's gone. She's like fucking making a mad dash out. She's like, I'm free. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I have to believe in her from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory here. I can still hear you. If I learned anything from my great friend, it's that. I'm gay.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. This trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Lestrade. I shall now call upon the counsel for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is ready.
I've missed you.
The defense is ready.
Oh, Brandcheeks.
My lord.
Remind me, how many years ago was it that you withdrew from public prosecution service?
2 months. It was some 5 years ago, my lord.
Yes, and then 2 months ago you resurfaced somewhat unexpectedly, and here you are again today. Now, there are some circumstances of which the court should be aware that have led to this erratic behavior.
No.
My
Shifty eyes,
brother
shifty
is
eyes, shifty eyes,
dying.
shifty eyes, shifty eyes.
In what one might describe as your former life 5 years past, you dealt exclusively in matters concerned with the highest echelons of society and government.
He's a Robin Hood figure.
Yet today you chose to try a simple case of burglary and murder. I confess I find it a little more than befuddling.
Counsel?
More than a little bit of befuddling, counsel.
There are 2 types of person I cannot abide. Foreigners! And... firstly, those wealthy scoundrels who hide behind the mask of philanthropy to cheat the public at large.
He means McGilded, who you defended against the Reaper 2 months ago.
Yes, I just about managed to work that out. Thank you. I like how we have to tilt the camera down to look at Iris. Agnes McGilded. If only I'd known what a monster he was, I never would have defended him. And secondly, even more loathsome, those wily scoundrels who masquerade as allies only to effect total betrayal in the final hour. In other words, the confidence tricksters from those tiny islands in the far east. I was kidding! I was kidding! Stop being racist! I was giving you an out!
I don't like you no more.
He's been racist from day one!
I know.
He's like, there's 2 people I hate. The foreigners and the rich. Did he really just say that?
He means you, you know.
He means you now, Runo.
I mean, I guess that makes sense grammatically, but it should be no, like K-N-O-W, right? Actually,
No, she's saying he means now he means you.
Oh, yeah. This game's writing is a bit weird. I actually managed to work that out, too. Thank you, Iris. Total betrayal? What are you talking about? A torrid look of hatred in Lord Von Zeke's eye. His eyes were closed. Was that directed solely at me, or was he talking about all Japanese people? Hard to say.
He's gonna bring up the murder. Because Iris is here.
Technically, no Japanese person has murdered anybody in this game.
Yeah, but you were convicted, and maybe that's all he
Whatever.
knows.
I don't know.
Alarmingly scathing explanation, Lord Angies. Still, the judiciary welcomes the return of the so-called Reaper of the Barely, feared by all London's malefactors.
Your lordship is too kind. He spits on him. Now you can be less kind.
Now, jurors, the 6 of you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people in this trial.
Okay, so here's my guess. Those 2 randos that we saw in the case 4, I think they've got to be one of the 6 jurors, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds that the jurors are like people we've met in past trials other than those two. Like, I'm willing to, because, like, what did those two even accomplish? They didn't have any significance at all in that previous trial. They didn't have any importance at all. Alright, let's see.
Hey, what's his face is back.
Wait a second. Okay, so the first two we recognize. I'm pretty sure the fourth one is one of the jurors from the last trial, and I think
I didn't realize he was a doctor.
Okay, so jurors
And
two and 5 are jurors from previous trials.
Wasn't the blonde-haired woman from like
She was from trial 3.
Okay.
I actually think juror 2 is also from trial 3.
Yeah, she is. She's the maid.
3 is new. 6 I recognize.
From another game, or?
No. Remember trial 2? On the boat? The revolutionary?
She's back!
No, not
No,
her.
this is the real revolutionary.
This is the real revolutionary.
Are you ready to hear the evidence placed before you and determine the guilt or innocence of the defendant?
Former lieutenant of the British Army. Yeah, right, I'm French. Don't you know chaps like me want bone yet ready?
Clean crockery, clean cutlery, and clean conscience. His lordship's motto is very appropriate here, I think.
Everything will be stereoscopic in the future. Absolutely everything, and I'm ready for it.
Oh god, you're gonna be a treat to work with.
I don't understand it. I can't have left it in there. It's not possible. What could I have?
Oh no.
Are you going
He's a doctor!
Is he a doctor?
He's
or
a
dentist?
Women indispensable in society. Stop. Female-centric future awaits. Stop.
Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please.
So why would they bring a guy who can't even speak the language?
Because there's no such thing as impartiality in this world.
Is something wrong, Bruno?
Oh, not exactly. It's just... I'm fairly sure I recognize these jurors. Almost all of them, in fact. Everyone but 3.
Really? Funny coincidences like that do happen from time to time, don't they? But it is quite strange. The jurors are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know.
So I've been led to believe, but something tells me I'm being duped. I wonder if this is like a case of they're not actually random. They have like a really small selection of people that get cycled out. I don't know how that would be important at all, though.
Maybe.
Court calls upon the prosecution to introduce the facts of this case.
Okay. Allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies of the jury. In short, you may be getting wet. There has never been a more self-evident case of cold-blooded murder. The victim, Mr. Pop Windybank, proprietor of a pawn shop on Baker Street, was shot from behind and died instantly. God dang it. The prosecution presents this photographic print of the crime scene. As you can see, as the court will observe, there is a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder. And as we all know, the shoulder is the weak point of the human body. The evidence suggests that the bullet pierced the man's heart, resulting in a near instant... What? Are you sure? That's...
If it went from that...
Yeah, if it was like a diagonal... His heart? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
That That would probably hurt real bad.
As the report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising okay, there we go.
And what's that supposed to tell us?
Well, you fucking moron. The victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself. Someone small with an O. The prosecution wishes to present the autopsy report and crime scene photograph as evidence, my lord.
Sorry, I was responding to Tyler and Sydney.
Indeed,
I was
important
responding to
steps.
Sarah.
Hand them to the bailiff, please.
Alright, we should probably take a look at these new pieces of evidence.
And now I ask this court to turn its attention to this plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. What are you doing? No, stop. I'm talking. Pay attention to me, my learned Nipponese friend.
What, me?
Not you.
I'm talking to, I don't actually know your name.
Okay, so the autopsy report. Reporting party. That's me! The coroner is Dr. Stevens. Oh. Oh no.
What?
Is he the juror?
Oh no.
That could be a conflict of interest. Single bullet wound in upper half of victim's back. No other signs of trauma. It's a death from a posterior anterior bullet wound to the heart. The bullet entered the body from the back on a gently rising diagonal trajectory. So I imagine it basically was he was shot in the side on a rising diagonal trajectory. So yeah, so shot in the side by somebody shorter than him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is this where we find out that McGilden is still alive?
No, he's dead. And now I ask the court to turn its attention to this plan of the establishment where the incident has occurred. Look, the bodies! Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. The proprietor was found in a storeroom where he kept articles pawned to him. In a windowless room with a single point of entry, a door to the main shop that was found locked.
So if he fell over that way, wouldn't he have been shot from the side that Gina's not on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Already we're poking holes.
In the sealed chamber, there were only two persons present. Me and my dick. The victim, Mr. Winterbank, and the accused. It may further interest the court to know that when the accused was discovered at the scene, she had in her hand the gun used to fire the fatal bullet.
Well, that's that then. Nothing more to say.
Isn't that grubby little girl in the pickpocket anyway?
She's one of those filthy drabs. I didn't get to finish my sentence. Well, it was a matter of time before she got blood on her hands.
What are the jurors waiting for?
We can't jump to conclusions here. We mustn't assume her guilt because of what she has to do to survive.
I'm going to throw this
Yeah,
glass.
he's gonna fucking throw his glass at us one of these days.
My learned Nipponese friend, it is you who mustn't jump to conclusions. The prosecution has barely begun presenting its case. Conveniently, this appalling act of murder did not go unobserved. There were witnesses.
Good gracious.
The people that,
Yeah, the robbers.
After their testimony, this girl's true nature will be exposed. Pitiful pick purse or cold-hearted killer. Here's to establishing the truth.
The court will take the floor plan and firearm into evidence. Hand them to the bailiff, please, Lord Van Zeeks.
No. I don't trust the undead. This isn't good. I feel like the mood in here has turned very gloomy all of a sudden.
I feel like the mood in here has turned very gloomy all of a sudden, Runo.
I think that's because it has. Goodbye, clothes. Didn't need you anyway. Bring forth the witnesses to the foul murder of Mr. Pop Windybank on 16th of April of this year.